Okay, so this is your cheat sheet for pre-cal. You're going to have your shifting, so you shift down and left, so down, 2, left, 3. We have our constant versus our parent functions are right here, so we have a constant, linear, quadratic, cubic, and square root. We have our functions where we got the vertical line test. You know, it didn't fail the vertical line test, so it's a function. It did fail, so it's not a function. If x doesn't come up twice, then it is a function. If x comes up twice, it's not a function. So there's two x's that are the same, so it's not a function. When we look at domain and range,
What's the ACT?
2 is less than x, and x is less than 5. What we're saying is that x doesn't go lower than 2, but it doesn't go higher than 5. And the range didn't go higher than 3, but it didn't go lower than 2. And then if we had a graph where we did that, we would say, well, the range, the x, the domain didn't go lower than 20, but it didn't go above 60. And the range didn't go below 5, and it didn't go above 15. Okay? And then if we get a function of f of 25 plus 15, that'll be f of 40. So we look at where 40 is, where is it? Oh, that's going to be 15. So we know how to read a graph. Okay? Then we've got our shifting. Vertical means f of x, the whole function. Horizontal means x opposite, or just to the x. Shift means plus. Stretch and compression means times. Left is minus, right is plus, up is plus, down is minus. Okay? And then you've got the function f of x equals 3x minus 2. You're going to have the horizontal shift, left, 4, and we just translate that into horizontal means x opposite, shift means plus, left means minus. So now plus and minus means minus. Opposite of minus is plus, so we got x plus 4. Okay? Then you have the vertical is the function, shift plus up plus 5. So it's really the function plus 5. And then you have the horizontal stretch, where horizontal means x opposite, stretch is times. The stretch is 3/2. So opposite of timesing 3/2 is timesing 2/3, or dividing by 3/2, which is still timesing by 2/3. So we've got 2/3 x, and that's inside the parentheses. It's very important, right? And so then you have vertical compression of 8/9. Well, that's the same as the function times 8/9, so it's just 8/9 times x on the outside of the parentheses. So now when I plug these in, the plus 4 goes on the inside, the plus 5 goes on the outside, the 2/3 gets multiplied against the x on the inside, and the 8/9 gets multiplied by the whole function on the outside. Done. 4 step. Okay? Equation of a line. So we got y equals mx plus b. We have 2 points. We flip it, smack it. Where we got the x's on the bottom, the y's on the top. So 4 goes on top, 2 goes on bottom. 8 goes on top, 6 goes on bottom. And we find that to be -4 over -4, which is just 1. Now you have your slope. You plug it in. You grab a point, 2 and 4. You plug in 4 and 2, 4 for y, 2 for x. You solve it, you get b equals 2. Now you just plug it into y equals mx plus b. Y equals 1, x plus 2. Alright, then we go to, what if it's a perpendicular of something? Well, if we have y equals 3/4 x plus 2, the perpendicular is going to be -4/3. You just flip it and smack it. Okay? Once I know what the perpendicular slope is, I just use a point that they give me, 3, 5, plug it into the formula. Okay? 5, y equals mx plus b, so 5 equals 4, -4/3, 3 plus b. So 5 equals -4 plus b. 9 equals b. So now I have the y equals -4/3 x plus 9. And that's your perpendicular of the line perpendicular going through this point. Alright? And lastly, you got scatter plots. You need to know whether it's a negative correlation, whether it has a negative slope, or positive correlation, positive slope. If it's really close to the line, that would be 0.9. Getting a little further, 0.7. A little further, 0.5. A little further, 0.2. Right? All right. And then the same thing, y equals mx plus b. I got to find the line. You find the slope, change in y over the change in x. And you plug it into your y equals mx plus b, and you bring it on down. You solve for, you have 9 equals negative 3 over 2 times 2, so you got 9 equals negative 3 plus b, so you got b is 12. So now you just plug it into your function y equals mx plus b, which is y equals negative 3 halves x plus 12. And that's your notes for chapter 1. And so if you want to pause it and take a look, this is what you have. And class is over. Okay? This will be online tonight. And you'll be able to use it. Okay?